Jonathan. Hi, I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we just took a 7-day road trip from San Diego, California to Chicago, Illinois.
The purpose of this trip was to go from California with my stuff that was still there, what little there was, and move it all the way to Chicago, Illinois. That's where Jasmine had been living for a few months.
He has a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff. There was so much stuff that all the clips you see of us in the car, you can't see behind us because it's just all his stuff. All of it. Even though we had a car, it was completely full. So we had to live out of basically a backpack's worth of clothes each. We kept our tent on the roof of the car and a cooler in the back for snacks. We drove through 8 states in total on this trip. The states were
California,
Arizona,
Utah,
Colorado,
Nebraska,
Iowa,
Wisconsin,
and
Illinois.
Goodbye. We had about 7 days to make the trip, which means that most of it was just driving. But we did go camping for 4 nights and got to visit 2 national parks, in addition to some other random stuff on the way.
So, without further ado,
Let's get started. Our first leg was through California to get to the Grand Canyon. We only camped 1 night there, and we basically only had enough time to walk around the visitor center and make the short hike to the Grand Canyon Village. But we got to see some really cool views just in that short amount of time.
I'm Jonathan.
Yes. Yes, you are.
The park receives 5 million visitors every year, so that meant the facilities are really developed, they're really clean. We only paid $35 to get in, and that was good for the whole week actually. And then if you're camping in the park, it was $18 a night.
There's also a post office and a general store that are pretty close to the campgrounds too. The general store had pretty much anything you could think of that you might need during a camping trip.
The visitors center also had some great information. They had some suggestions that you could do, what you could do with your day if you're just there for a few hours, half the day, a full day, or multiple days, like what would be your best course of action. So we did the one that was recommended for just a few hours, and we walked along the South Rim from the visitor center to Grand Canyon Village, and then we took the shuttle back to where we parked before heading out.
We definitely want to come back to the Grand Canyon someday. It'd be really cool to check out the North Rim and also to do some longer hikes where you actually go into the canyon and maybe even the Colorado River. So we just left Grand Canyon and
It was awesome. We had a great experience camping. It's very clean, very developed.
Yeah.
We're on our way to Arches now.
Yeah, we're going to Arches.
Drove through Flagstaff.
Yeah, there's we saw some flags there. The staff's really. Our next stop was camping for 2 nights in Moab, Utah. Moab is a small town that is near multiple parks, including Canyonlands, Arches, and Dead Horse Point. But the park we were going to is Arches National Park, which is about a 20-minute drive from our campsite.
Our campsite was called Up the Creek, which was $33 a night, and it was also literally by a creek, so at night you could hear running water. We are in line at the entrance to Arches National Park. Here's
Arches
Jasmine.
National Park.
Yeah. So as you enter all these national parks, if you travel a lot, you probably know this already, but there's info radio stations, and they tell you like everything you need to know in like 2-minute loop, and then it starts over.
AM 1610 for here and for Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for the whole country.
Maybe, yeah, it could be AM 1610 for everywhere.
Well, for Arches, it's busy once it hits 9. It's 9:08. And look at this line.
We are in line behind all these cars. It's not that long.
We're a bunch of idiots. A hot tip, wake up early.
Wear plenty of sunblock, bring a lot of water. Peace out.
Nuts, bring nuts.
Salty snacks, because your body needs electrolytes.
Yeah. At Arches, we drove straight to the far end of the park to make a 2.5-hour hike to Devil's Garden, where the Double O Arch was. And on the way there, we saw Landscape Arch and the Navajo Arch. Here we are. We made it to Arches. This is Landscape Arch. It's supposed to be the widest arch or something.
Yeah.
But it's 6 feet wide at the thinnest up there. We're going to hike to Double O Arch.
Double O. Takes 2 hours.
Insert joke here.
Wink, wink.
Hey, it's Jonathan. You stopped too soon.
I'm so tired. Many other arches were easily visible from the road or were a very short hike from a parking lot. They included the north and south windows, turret arch, Navajo arch, double arch, balanced rock, the courthouse towers, but somehow we missed the most famous arch in Arches National Park, which was the Delicate Arch. And I don't know how we did. We just didn't do our research. Do your research.
Yeah, like, what the heck?
It's on all the souvenirs in Moab.
We literally saw almost all the arches.
Except the one on
Delicate Arch!
it's on Utah's license plate.
After that, we spent a day driving from Utah through Colorado to Nebraska. We only spent a short time stopping in Denver to eat at Denver Biscuit Company for lunch before we made our merry way.
The biscuits at Denver Biscuit Company were very good.
The Colorado River is so beautiful. Everything was really green. It was really pretty to drive through. Super pretty. We also went to a really pretty rest stop that was like right on the river.
Yeah. Highly
Don't
recommend
have footage of that.
We were having some tire troubles when we left Colorado and we're heading into Nebraska. We were also headed directly into a thunderstorm. So we ended up having to cancel our Airbnb. We got a motel room for the night and we planned to get our tire patched up the next morning at Walmart. Hot tip, do not get stuck in Nebraska on a Saturday night because Walmart will be the only thing open on Sunday morning. Luckily, we were one of the first people at Walmart, so we were able to get our tire patched up lickety-split, and we were on our way with minor delays.
We spent a day in Omaha. We made a quick stop to the world's biggest ball of stamps in Boys Town, and then we went to the Omaha Zoo. We're at the Omaha Zoo.
Yes, it's in the giraffe herding room.
That one is not even 2 months old.
Being from San Diego, we had some expectations about the Omaha Zoo. We'd say it's pretty comparable, big, and there's this big dome near the entrance with some pretty cool exhibits inside. We'd recommend going there and seeing the underground exhibits. This guy's so proud.
I bet he's proud to be an American. Afterward, we spent some time walking around the Old Market in downtown Omaha. It's a beautiful place with cobblestone and tons of places to eat and interesting stores. We just left the zoo and we're in this place called the Old Market, Nebraska. Omaha. Yep. There's this hallway. It was like the Old Market passageway or something. Had a lot of cool plants, beautiful, many signs that were like, quit taking pictures here, you friggin' Instagram nerds, but worded differently.
Yes.
And then we went to this store called the Imaginarium.
Oh yeah, tons of old stuff. It's like
oh my gosh, it's a maze.
Crazy thrift store.
Super cool.
A maze of curiosities and odd things, collectibles, and I got lost.
I also got lost. I tried to text you when I was lost, but there was no signal.
And I texted her, "Where are you?"
I'm lost. Now we're gonna go eat at this place called M's. Then we drove to Iowa for our 4th and final night of camping at Ledges State Park.
At Ledges, it was a longer hike to our campsite from our car. It really felt like we were out alone in nature with only the sounds of the trees and creatures around us.
It's a little froggy. We saw you at the zoo. Are you in America? Woo!
There are so many windmills in the Iowa countryside.
So many.
Lots. There's even old Dutch ones.
There's Dutch ones and then the 3 pointy ones.
The electric ones.
Yeah, those are the 2 kinds. We also stopped by Strawberry Point in Iowa to see the world's largest strawberry. Oh, we're about to approach the world's biggest strawberry. What do you think, Jonathan?
Look at the sign. Look at the sign. Strawberry Point.
Oh, Strawberry Point. Whoa! There it is. What did you think?
Wasn't that big. But we took some cool perspective photos.
Yeah. If you're in Iowa and you're headed to like Wisconsin-ish, it's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got to Wisconsin, which is the last state.
Maybe eat some cheese here.
Maybe.
Our last step before going home was Wisconsin. Specifically the Don Q Inn in Wisconsin, which has this huge airplane out front that you can walk into and explore. It also has themed rooms, and we chose to get the space themed room.
It's Don Q Inn. We have arrived. We have arrived. There it is. There's a plane that you can like, I think either someone can stay in there or we can go explore in there.
Cool.
And then there's the inn. Oh, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
You wanna go sit in it?
Hello. We are inside a big airplane.
Am I the co-pilot or the pilot?
I don't know.
Oh, if I push it, you push it. Okay, we're in the basement of the Don Q Inn. This is a cave room, but we are in a space room. I don't know if you can hear me, but all the rooms are themed. Arabian Nights, medieval room. That's the creepy one with the chains on the bed. The float. Dawn's Den. What is that made? What? 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 This is... That's us. This is a lot.
That's our bed.
That's our bed? How do we get up there? Oh, there's stairs.
Those lights all do a bunch of different stuff.
Whoa. There's a TV in here. Neat. This was actually the priciest part of our road trip since it was the only hotel room that we booked and it cost $150 for the night. But it was also actually the first place where we were able to take a nice shower and have time to relax before we finally headed home.
We're still 3 hours out from Chicago.
Any parting thoughts from this trip?
my parting thoughts are we should take more trips.
We also didn't get to eat any cheese.
Yeah,
We'll go back. It's pretty close to here.
it is. So is Indiana
Yeah, we didn't go to Indiana though,
and Michigan.
or Ohio.
Well, actually, Michigan's across the lake.
Yeah, it was Lake Michigan.
Skinny wise, though.
Skinny wise. What the fuck does that mean? What is skinny wise?
We are 0.7 miles away from our apartment in Chicago,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. We went all the way from California.
It's crazy.
18
Jonathan, you're a little scared and nervous?
Yes. Jasmine's lived here longer than me, so she knows more about the city. And I think things will be cool. They'll work out, and we'll be living in a new city.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun, and I'm just getting more and more excited to spend time with you.
Cool.
And now it's been about a week since we've been back, and we've just been unpacking and trying to make our apartment into a home.
Where should this go?
Over there.
Okay.
That's been our trip. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.